Hello there. The heat is really building up under Nigel Farage to withdraw any Brexit Party candidates that could endanger a healthy Tory majority. Now, before I start, I just want to remind you all on this Remembrance Sunday of the words of John Maxwell Edmonds. When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow we gave our today. Now, with concerns that after all this time and effort, Brexit could be frustrated by the two Brexiteer parties splitting the vote in crucial marginal constituencies, Nigel Farage has been coming under intense pressure to withdraw the bulk of his candidates, if not all of them. And one of those calling for Farage to pull back is his former Leave.EU running mate, Arron Banks, who has written in the Mail on Sunday and said in his article, "It is time for Nigel and his supporters to be realistic. If he ploughs ahead and refuses to stand down his party's candidates, the ones who stand no chance of winning, then he will help Corbin form the next government." And the former Labour MP and chair of the official Leave campaign Vote Leave, Gisela Stewart, said that if voters think they can keep Corbyn out by voting for the Brexit Party rather than the Conservatives, all they'll get is a hung parliament, 2 more referenda and possibly no Brexit at all. And referring to the Brexit Party, she said, "This is a party which at the moment doesn't have a single MP, and therefore if they really want to achieve their aim, then they'll support those who are most likely to deliver that aim." And Tory MEP Daniel Hannan, writing in the Telegraph, claims that Farage would rather scupper Brexit than let someone else actually deliver it. In his article, he points to constituencies where he says that the Tories are only trailing in the voting intention polls behind a Remainer candidate because there is a Brexit Party candidate there taking votes. And the New European said that Nigel Farage is now Remain's secret weapon. So Nigel Farage has come out fighting with an article in the Express where he says that he has already addressed packed rallies in Bolsover, Workington and Newport, and that he has 3 priorities in the coming days. The first priority is to expose how Leave voters have been utterly betrayed by Corbyn's Labour, which has become the party of a second referendum. The second priority is to tell the unflattering truth about Boris Johnson's Brexit deal. And the third of his priorities, he says, is to give voters a genuine democratic choice at the upcoming election. Then when looking at the PM's supposed new Brexit treaty and claims that it is oven ready and will get Brexit done by Christmas, Farage writes, "In truth, the Conservatives are really asking us to vote for a repeat of the last 3 grim years. Top EU negotiator Michel Barnier has made clear that he expects the wrangling over Brexit to be extended for at least 3 years. It won't be all over even by Christmas 2022. And he adds that actually the next 3 years are likely to be worse than the last 3. He also said that he had been shocked and surprised at how even the staunch Brexiteers of the European Research Group of Tory MPs have fallen into line with Boris's treaty like good little boys, even though 95% of it is reheated from Mrs May's appalling withdrawal agreement. And Farage then once again challenges Boris to a one-on-one, head-to-head debate on this deal to let voters decide how much of a Brexit it really is. Now, the Mail on Sunday reports that Brexit bad boy Arron Banks has revealed that Nigel Farage is in secret talks with the Tories over standing down many of his team, but only if Boris agrees to use his new Commons majority to go back to Brussels and harden up his deal. With the article saying, "The offer, made by former UKIP Treasurer Andrew Reid, comes as friends of Mr Farage say that he is feeling the heat over his defiant insistence on fielding hundreds of Brexit Party candidates. Well, let's see if in the end the heat in the Brexit kitchen does turn out to be too hot for the Brexit Party leader. The latest Westminster voting intentions poll from YouGov, if you believe the polls, shows that the Conservative Party still has a very comfortable lead over the Labour Party. As you can see from this graph of the latest 5 polls, the Tories are well in the lead and have increased 3 points to now stand on 39%, which is 13 points clear of Labour, which itself has gained 1%, rising to 26%. The Lib Dems are still on 17%, but the Brexit Party has dropped a point to 10%. The Greens are now on 4%, and the rest share the remaining 4%. Well, how about a basic income for all in the UK, regardless of your circumstances? The Independent is reporting that the Shadow Chancellor, John McDonnell, is pressing for a pilot of a welfare scheme where a universal wage, just for being a citizen, would be paid to everyone so as to rid the need for the current welfare system. According to the report, it could take the form of providing every adult in a selected community with £100 and a further £50 for each child per week. And this is one of the policies that the Shadow Chancellor says will turn the polling figures around for his party. The article names a couple of areas where this might be piloted, and you can imagine MPs suddenly having second homes there, and loads of people trying to move in before the scheme kicks off, can't you? Wonder if it's against human rights to not include everyone. Anyway, it just looks to me like the Shadow Chancellor wants to turn the economy into a shadow of its former self. Now, before the final news item, I want to say a big thank you to my viewers and subscribers, and especially my donors. And you can find a link to Patreon and other donation services in the descriptions box and the first pinned comment below. I'm also informed that YouTube doesn't always notify you when I put up new content. So for more political and Brexit insights, it's far easier to just check out my channel every evening. The Tories have put up a one-page website called costofcorbin.com, where they claim that Corbyn and his cronies would cost the nation £1.2 trillion over the next 5 years. The 4 main culprits laid out on the site are 1. The £196 billion for renationalising rail, energy, water and the mail. Money which could be used to build 250 hospitals, upgrade another 500 and fit MRI scanners across all of them. The second is the £85 billion for a 4-day week, the money for which could be spent on 450,000 police officers for 5 years. I would also add in that to achieve a 4-day week would either mean fully shutting down the country for 1 day a week, or increasing every single workforce by about 25%. Now the third is the £30 billion to fit double glazing and home upgrades, where the money could be spent on 50,000 extra GPs and more than 100,000 nurses for the next 5 years. And fourthly, back to the universal income pilot I mentioned earlier, a free-for-all handout for billionaires down to prisoners, where the £4.5 billion involved could be used to build 30 new schools as well as employ 20,000 new teachers over the next 5 years. As I said, if Labour gets in, welcome to the new shadow of its former self economy. Anyway, what do you think? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. And thank you very much for watching.